All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat 1, Austin Ruskoff, Justin Swafford out front, Vern Spring, Ryan McDaniel, third and fourth. They are lined up for the land rush start. Green flag is in the air. They are away. Who's going to win the race to the dirt? Looks like Swafford gets there. Austin furthest to the inside, but Swafford clears to the lead. Austin way out front now as Chaos back behind. Let's take a look at what happened coming into that first jump. There's Swafford going wide over that first jump, lands off kilter. The second jump, he lands even more off kilter, goes super wide. Ryan McDaniel slides in behind, and Vern has problems. Take a look at Ryan's incident. These cars were definitely not made for off-road racing, but man, they are putting on a show anyway. Oh, Ryan comes back out on track, clips Vern, sends him around. Justin Swafford has reclaimed the lead. He ran down Austin from a 3-second lead, as I mentioned. Swafford does have the highest off-road iRating. Austin still holding on to second. Ryan about 15 seconds back in third. Vern another 15 seconds back in fourth after getting turned around by Ryan's little aerial stunt. It's going to come down to a two-car battle. Swafford pulling away as a 3-second gap on Austin. Oh, Swafford flies it a little bit hard, almost another bad landing, but he sticks the landing and keeps her going. Going over that last jump in a Pro 4 truck, man, that is fun. You folks can see why I have been excited for this race all season. Oh! Swafford almost gets the wall. And he picks up the white flag one more time around. Ryan McDaniel's got a little bit of damage. I imagine they all do. And Vern's definitely got some on the right side. Can't imagine why. Austin headed down toward the tree turn. Slings her in. And fires back off onto the straightaway. Swafford significant damage on the car. Ouch, hard hit. Coming into the final sector, Swafford, a 7-second lead. Now we get the white flag. Apparently our timing and scoring is a little screwy in this situation. Austin still holds second, Ryan in third, Vern in fourth. Everybody spread out for the moment, but at any moment, a mistake could turn the whole race around. That part of the track, that straightaway with those little jumps, smooth as silk in a truck, but man, you see what it's doing to a street stock. Oh, Swafford got a little too wide. Almost unsettled the car. Oh, he saves it. That was close. Austin Ruskoff is charging. He might still have a shot. Swafford through the final turn. He will take the checkered flag. Austin brings her home in second. Ryan McDaniel just a few turns away from third place. Well, the boys back at the shop will be busy this week. And Vern Spring closing in for... Vern went just a bit outside there. Ryan McDaniel comes home in third. Vern coming through the final two turns to finish fourth as we go on to Heat 2. And man, I cannot wait to see all the cars on this track battle it out. Here we go, Heat 2, just a three-car battle. Patrick Pieper, Indy Kirchenbauer, and Brian Hewitt. We'll watch this start from the blimp, all three lined up. Green flag is in the air. Indy has a slow start. Pieper out to the lead for the moment. Indy had a slow start, but holy cow, he's charging. Indy already back up to Pieper. Pieper pulls ahead. Oh, look at that. Indy shoots the gap underneath the sliding Pieper. Indy Kirchenbauer to the lead. Pieper in second. Hewitt still lurking in third. Indy pulling a little bit of gap on Patrick for the moment. Brian Hewitt actually starting to close back in on Pieper. He took that corner a little too slow and lost a ton of momentum. That one turn can make or break a lap. Patrick Pieper lost some ground in the tree turn. Indy up front, just sending it all the way around. Indy is already pulled out to a 12-second gap on Pieper. Hewitt is wicked wide. There's Hewitt. He gets a little squirrely. What the heck? It almost looked like he was aiming for pit road. He lost a lot of ground, now almost 10 seconds behind Pieper, but he was gaining ground earlier. Can he get back to him? Meanwhile, Indy Kirchenbauer has just sailed out to a 23-second lead. Indy has the fastest lap of the night. .120.14. Most of the guys have been running in the 123, 124 range, but Indy is just flying. And apparently our timing and scoring has gotten a bit confused with street stocks on a Pro 4 track, so we'll do our best to give you accurate info. Brian Hewitt back in third, trying to gain some ground. Oh! Brian just drove off the wall. Pieper, hits nose heavy, but manages to get over the mound back onto the track. When you're in a Pro 4 truck or a Pro 2 truck at an off-road track, you can use the throttle and brake mid-air. If you get on the throttle, the nose pitches up. If you tap the brake, the nose pitches down. Can help you get a smoother landing. I don't think that's going to help in these cars. Oh, Indy, big problem there. See if we can see what happened to Indy there. Looked like he ended up riding the wall. heads down into the tree turn, slings it wide, and sends it back toward the short track area. Right on the wall, swings it wide, hits the jump. That second jump gets him wide, almost gets into the fence. Indy Kirchenbauer comes home with the win in Heat 2. Patrick Pieper, Brian Hewitt. Pieper will come home in second. Hewitt will finish third. The real question, we'd love to see your thoughts in the comments. How many of the cars will survive the 20-lap feature? Remember, the drivers only have one fast repair. And here we go, the moment we've been waiting for. Justin Swafford, Indy Kirchenbauer on the front row. Ruskoff, Pieper, third and fourth. Vern Spring, Brian Hewitt, fifth and sixth. Ryan McDaniel starting in seventh. David predicting 4 cars will survive. Everybody is stacked up. Who's it gonna be off the start? Green flag is in the air. Pieper has the nose ahead. Hewitt closing in. Indy stuck way out there. He gets to the inside. Indy battling for second as Pieper gets ahead over the first jump. Oh, hard contact. Swafford around. Brian around. Swafford is in trouble. Swafford has had to tow into pit road. Hewitt had a problem a moment ago. Let's take a look at Swafford and Hewitt's incidents. There's Swafford in the blue and white car. The number 19, Brian Hewitt, and they collide coming up the ramp. Indy barely scoots through there. And Swafford gets car sick. Brian Hewitt had a problem a moment later coming off the jump. Oh, the car gets turned all the way out. He comes across the whole track, slams into the rock wall, but keeps moving. Indy Kirchenbauer out front. Patrick Pieper in second. Ruskoff in third. Ryan McDaniel in fourth. Vern Spring in fifth. Brian Hewitt in sixth. Swafford in seventh is back out on track. Indy has had a problem. Indy coming through the infield, headed toward the start-finish line. The last jump lands badly and slams. Oh, barely avoids that wall. Gets it back out, but does lose the lead. And a moment before, Pieper had a problem. Peeper not far behind, has a bad landing. Almost the holy cow. How he saved that. Man, what a ride. A good evening, Unicorn. Yes, this is a blast to run. Indy and Peeper battling for the lead. Oh, a little contact. Peeper backs off. Lets Indy get it squared away. Peeper gets the wall this time. Ruskov slips by. See if we can see that incident Patrick Peeper had just a moment ago coming over that final jump. Same thing we saw Indy do the lap before. Misses the wall, but Indy pulls ahead. Ryan McDaniel had a big problem a moment ago. Coming through that turn, just goes too wide, way too wide. And ends up jumping to the wrong part of the track. Wow, close call there for Vern. Indy still out front, now has a big gap on Peeper after Peeper's incident. Ruskov holds on to third, Vern Spring now up into fourth, Brian Hewitt in fifth. Justin Swafford now up into sixth. Ryan still on pit road getting repairs. Oh, Indy hits that jump a little bit wrong, gathers it up. We've had a couple of incidents back behind. Let's take a quick look. Vern Spring coming off the jump. Looks like he got turned in, didn't get enough slide on. Almost came to a stop, but keeps her going. Austin Ruskov back behind, looks like headed toward the tree turn. This bit a few of them in practice. He just goes a little too far with that drift. And Indy Kirchenbauer a moment ago looks like also headed toward the tree turn. Just a little too wide and a little on the slow side. Oh, and a bad landing off the second jump. Indy's lead continuing to grow. Now, holy cow! Pieper sent it that time. Indy continues to pull away from Patrick Pieper in second. Austin Ruskoff in third. Looks like he was slow. Coming back down into the track. Hits the first jump. Hits the second jump. Couldn't get the car squared away. Almost the same problem Swafford had at the start. Couldn't get it gathered up, got it stopped, and pointed the right way again. Brian Hewitt a little slow on the high side. Indy having to avoid him. Almost taps the wall there. Patrick Pieper really starting to hit those jumps a lot harder, seeing if he can make up a little bit of time. The fastest car on track, though, is Swafford. He's made his way up to fifth and is gaining ground on Vern Spring, 9 seconds ahead. Vern looked a little slow coming out of the tree turn, coming back to the infield. I'm wondering if Vern has got damage. He seems to be down on power. See if we can dial up his in-car and see if we can tell what's wrong. It does sound like Vern is definitely down on power. They do have one fast repair available, but not even at the halfway point yet. Oh! See if we can see, did Swafford get anything? He went really wide, almost got the wall. Great job by Swafford. Meanwhile, Indy, oh, Pieper has had a problem. Pieper ended up towing to pit road. Let's see what went wrong here. Oh, he missed getting into the turn and slams the tire. Looking down from the blimp, this is the fastest part of the track as you come back into the infield part. Just couldn't get it turned. Straight on into the tire, the engine let go. Meanwhile, Indy out here putting on a clinic. In fact, at this point, only 3 cars on the lead lap. Indy Kirchenbauer, Austin Ruskoff, and Justin Swafford has got himself back on the lead lap and in third place. Swafford is still the fastest car on track. Ryan McDaniel did get his car fixed back out on track. Obviously, he got more damage. Indy's car obviously starting to show some wear. That is just from coming off the jumps. Vern Spring now up into fourth. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe there's not an engine problem so much as Vern has slowed it down over the jumps and through some of the more technical and dangerous sections, and by doing so is actually gotten faster. A lap to go. Justin Swafford was 11 seconds behind Ruskoff. Now he's just 3 seconds back. He continues to be the fastest car on track by a bit. Over 2 seconds a lap at the moment. Patrick Pieper is back out on track, currently in 5th place. Brian Hewitt had a problem. See if we can see what happened to Hewitt. Came off the jump and just overshot, almost getting the billboard. He does the 360, gets it pointed the right way, off and running again. Justin Swafford has taken 2nd place. Austin Ruskoff has had another problem. Grip obviously a problem here. He loses it as Swafford comes by and takes a position and ends up smacking the wall. Swafford now in 2nd, 1 minute, 8 seconds behind the leader. 10 laps to go. Oh, holy cow! And Hewitt has nowhere to go. That big charge for the win just ended violently. Swafford comes over the first jump, misaligned, gets the pole. Hewitt nowhere to go. Riding along with Brian Hewitt. As they come off the straightaway into the infield, you see Swafford lands the jump wrong. And by the time he was in midair, there was nothing Brian could do. Swafford is on pit road. Austin Ruskoff has now made his way to 2nd. Indy out front. When he passes Ruskoff, he will put the entire field a lap down as Ryan McDaniel has had a problem and gone to pit road. Ryan was just coming back off pit road. Oh, what the heck? Let's take a look at that from the blimp. Oh, I see. Ryan was aiming for Hewitt and missed terribly. Kirchenbauer has now lapped the entire field. Now that Swafford is on pit road, he is unstoppable. Before that last incident, Swafford was 2 to 4 seconds a lap faster than Indy every single lap. Austin Ruskoff now in second. Patrick Pieper in third is gaining ground, but he is 35 seconds back. Ruskoff's damage seems to be slowing him down a little bit on the straightaway. Oh, a bad landing off the first jump. He gets it squared away for the second. Patrick Pieper way slow through that turn. A little squirrely off the double jumps. And it does appear time has ran out on the session. Waiting to double check when Indy gets back to the start finish line. It looks like the session time may have just run out before the lap's completed. As Indy comes through the final turns, another dominant performance. We'll wait and see what it says when Indy crosses the start-finish line. Wow, he gets the wall, keeps it going. And it does appear that Indy has won the race. Austin Ruskoff coming home in second, Patrick Pieper in third. Before we interview our top three, let's see if we can get a word with Swafford. Swafford, that was kind of heartbreaking, buddy. It looked like you were the fastest one out there.
You win some, you lose some. Tonight we just lost it.
Now, are we right that the session has run out of time before the laps have been completed?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. I'm kind of watching the stream right now. I kind of dipped out early.
Well, man, I got to say you had one heck of a run. That wreck was a heartbreak because I wanted to see you and Indy battle it out. But great job, buddy.
Thank you, Doug.
At Swafford, just having a good time. Looks like Ryan has come back out to cause chaos. The drivers are still... Yep, they're done. Well, let's talk to our top three, starting with Pieper. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how you doing, Doug?
Good, man. How are you feeling? You had some big bumps tonight.
Oh, a little sore. That was definitely a race. I just fell off a cliff into the abyss.
Yeah, that happens right there.
Yeah, we were gonna have a demo derby right there, but I guess I'm not gonna partake.
Well, man, still coming home in third in that chaos. Great job, man. Congrats.
Thanks. Yeah, no, Indy pretty much had that thing in the bag. Didn't really have a chance to catch him. I mean, they made a few mistakes the first laps, and I was hanging with them, but then I had a few mistakes of my own, and yeah, it cost me some time. And I thought I wasn't even gonna get podium, but then everybody else was having the same issues. So,
Well, man, great job, buddy.
all right, thanks, Doug.
Austin Ruskov coming home in second. Austin, it was just a matter of consistency and having a few less wrecks than everybody else, putting you in second.
Yeah, that was kind of the goal, is just to try and survive. Obviously, Justin and Patterson were faster, but I was just able to hold on a little bit longer.
Sometimes that's all that matters, man, and one heck of a run. And I have to say, you were the one that we looked at chaos the least, other than Indy.
Well, I mean, that's good. That's a good thing, right?
It definitely was, and it puts you on the podium, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Finally, our winner, Indy Kirchenbauer. Indy, congratulations. You swept the night and put on quite a show doing it.
Yeah, that was real fun.
It did look like a ton of fun. I have to say, I was jealous to not be out there. I think I could have given you a run for your money in this one, but man, you lapped the entire field. That's an impressive run.
Yeah, it was super difficult to drive. I even spun out off of 2 and about ruined my race there, but my water temp kept getting high, so I decided to play it safe because I already had a lead, and I kind of just stuck it in 4th so my water temp wouldn't overheat, so my car wouldn't blow up, and kind of just put it around and didn't make any mistakes.
Well, it worked out perfectly. Congratulations. Another win, Indy.
Alright, thank you.
Indy Kirchenbauer gets a win in a wild, eventful night at Crandon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, the HTSAI Community Convoy. Come trucking with us. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the YouTubes. A lot of YouTube shorts coming out after tonight's race. You're going to want to check them out. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Have a great night, everybody.